Hello, everybody. Okay, so I am back with these little puffy heart molds because I had so much fun with those other ones. I'm going to actually try a little something else. I'm going to go ahead and put clear resin in. I'm not going to fill it all the way to the top, but almost, because I did notice I don't want to have to mess with it once I put my my little stuff in there. But that is going all the way down my cup. Okay, I'm going to actually let this thicken up a little bit, just maybe for a few minutes while I get my next part ready, which actually I'm going to go ahead and use this cup. We are going to not need this much, so I'm going to put that back, some of that back in there. And then I'm going to try a little bit of, let's see, I'm going to use some black India ink. My black velvet here. And I need it to be a bit thicker than this. I don't have any black pigment paste. My resin getting kind of warm, isn't it? So I need to add something to it. So I think what I might have to do is I might have to add a bit of this LeRez white. Okay, I realize this is probably going to turn it a gray, but I need something to make it a bit heavier. Okay, and here we have kind of a gray. I'm going to add a bit more India ink to kind of blacken it back up. Still a gray, but it's a little bit of a darker gray. Let's see that. Is it looking gray? Looks kind of black in the camera, but in real life, it's kind of a dark gray. But I think this is going to work. I think the color is going to work. At least for this part. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to let that sit for just a few minutes and let it thicken up a bit. And then I'll be back and we'll do the next step. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I am back, and our resin's been sitting just a little bit. It's starting to get a little warm. I've got my little syringe thing going here and making sure it's clean of any of the other colors that I've been using. You can buy these in a box. I don't know. I think it came with maybe 10 or 12 different syringes and different tips on Amazon. They're just called craft syringes, and or glue syringes. And yeah, they're super easy to use. But what my thought is I'm going to take up some of this black. Okay. So I'm not sure how thick this is getting. I think maybe we can just try one and see how it works. What I want to do is I want to make some little legs going around and kind of at an angle here. The bubble. There's one, two, okay. That one's got some bubbles, so it's trying to float. I don't want it to float. There's no alcohol inks in this, so having a little bit of alcohol in there should not help hurt it any, but I definitely don't want any more bubbles. Make sure I don't have any more in there. Over here. 1, 2. 3, 4. Okay. Now I see that they're starting to like turn around in here, and that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try to weight it down with a blob of a spider body and see if that will sink. Now there's already a difference between this side and this side. Maybe I'll try another one with the body first and then the legs. That makes more sense, doesn't it? All right, let's try one. Let's maybe come up here out of the way. Put our spider body down here. Oh gosh, you guys, this is kind of fun. See if it works, huh? Maybe he needs a head. And we'll come in here and do a leg. Oops, it's kind of dripping. This spider's only going to have 6 legs because I'm trying to still figure this out. Kind of messy. I just want to see if the technique will work. Oh, it looks like a mess. Looks like a mess from this side. Let's see, maybe come in here and do a body. Maybe let that sit for a minute. We'll try something a little different. And this one, I think we're going to do some designs. Okay, this time I'm going to be really more careful how I'm doing this. Those other 2 spider attempts are just looking like blobs and messes. So I'm going to be really just thoughtful about putting these legs in here. And I'm going to go up all the way over the top of the mold so that the legs will hopefully come out a little bit better, a little bit neater, and they'll go all the way to the outside tip of the mold. Hopefully this one will turn out a bit better. The resin is quite a bit warmer now and a little bit thicker. So I'm really hopeful that this one will just keep its shape. I'm also making sure that I'm wiping it off each time so that I don't have any kind of sloppy drips or anything else. I'm going to try just to kind of even this out just a bit without messing anything up. Okay, I'm going to give this guy just a little bit of a blob, just a small blob for kind of make it look like he's got a little head up there. And this is all I'm going to do for now. And as soon as it's cured, I'll be back and we will unmold it. All right, I'll see you in just a little bit. Hello, everybody. Okay, so this is all completely cured. It looks like a bit of a mess. I almost kind of feel like this one here with just kind of a design in there. I kind of feel like this one, you know, I left some room in there to do a different color background to really make that black kind of pop out of there. But I think what we're going to do before I take that one out is we'll start with some of these others and see if there's even a possibility that this could look kind of neat. But here's the back of this one. And here's the front. Hey, this one, yeah. I went in and I tried to save it and kind of took my little coffee stir stick here and I tried to like scoop up this away from the bottom because I could tell that it was all sinking too much there. And yeah, that's okay. So now here's another one that started out with kind of the looks of a spider, but I don't know if the legs are going to look attached to it or not. So let's turn it over and see. It's actually kind of cool looking. I'm trying to get here without having all the shadow. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really look like a spider. I don't know if you can kind of get a close look here. The effects are kind of cool. What I wanted to be the legs are all kind of coming down through there. I'm having a hard time getting this to show you what I mean, but I guess you can see it better here. So I tried to have legs here and legs here, and it's kind of a mess, but it's kind of cool looking, but it's kind of a mess. That would have been prettier, something besides black. Okay, then this was the last hope of kind of a spider for Halloween. And I don't know how this one's going to look, but I did leave this one alone. I was a little more careful with how I did it. The legs kind of went all not very even here, but they're all there. Let's turn it over and see how this one looks. Oh, gosh, you guys. Okay, that one actually is really creepy, to be honest. That one almost turned out a little too good. I added a little black blob kind of towards the end. I thought, oh gosh, maybe just a little blob there to make it look like a head. But oh my gosh, that actually, I don't know. I almost don't like it because it almost looks like there's kind of a distorted looking spider in there from the thing. But I did this for kind of a Halloween thing because I'm not a real bug or reptile kind of person, but that one turned out okay. Okay, so this one, do we want to put a backing on it or should we just look at it first and see? And then just add a backing maybe. But I'm hoping that this one's got some more depth, a lot of design in there. Turn it over and see. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, so that did turn out actually really cool. That is actually really cool. So that gives me more ideas actually, because you know, if this worked, it worked with the white, and now and we did the blue pigment that kind of laid kind of flat on those other hearts. But now I'm thinking could do something really kind of pretty in here with some like pretty bright colors. Right now, I was really just kind of concentrating on trying to see if I could get designs to kind of hang out in there, kind of in a 3D way, and it definitely works. Oops, that definitely works. This black, it's hard to get a side view. Hard to get a side view, but yeah, it's all the way at the top. It circles around and goes to the bottom. There's all kind of like loops through there. And that looks really cool. And this, I still kind of can't get over it. Like I said, the legs aren't exactly even, but yeah. The spider effect did work. Kind of grossed out by it, but yeah, it did work. And it almost looks like where there's resin is kind of fuzzy, almost looks like, you know, little hair on some of those little legs or something. So it's kind of gross, but really cool. Really cool. Okay, so definitely my top picks would be this one and this one. Okay, I think we got really cool effects out of both of them. Both of these were kind of bismals, really. This one's okay. I mean, it's got some effects around the edges here. But anyway, there they are. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas of something else I could try. I'm really excited about this new technique that I kind of accidentally found. I mean, maybe other resin artists are doing it already. Maybe you guys have been doing it, but this is all brand new to me. So I'm having tons of fun with it. All right, let me know what you think. And thank you for joining me. I will see you all next time.